shall find. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I said I'm back with some more. Now I gotta talk about Shakur. Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin de los Santos. Last night. Let's talk about it. Make sure you come in and smash the like button. I got a lot to say. Yeah, per usual, your boy Ego, I got a lot to say on this subject matter. I need you guys to come in. What is that? Hold on. I need y'all to come in and smash the like button. We're going to get right to it. Oh, that's what it is. How we sounding on the stream? I need y'all on a scale of 0 to 10. How are we sounding with the audio? I need y'all to put some numbers in the chat so I can, because I haven't been streaming too much. On a scale of 0 to 10, how are we sounding on the stream? And smash the likes. Let's go with the likes. We got to get those up. All right, who's in here? G Code says salute. What's up? Icy said, push the goddamn button. Push the button. Yeah, push the button. Somebody said we sounding a 10. Eagle Valley, what's the word? A1 Diggs, what's up? G Code, the blessed one. Icy. Loud and clear. What does that say? Icy says 10 and I'm in the crowded restaurant. Shout out to the homie Icy. Shakur needs the snap program. Snack, not snap. He said he needs the snap program. All right, let's get into it. Listen, I'm the realest in boxing history, and I give you guys my uncut opinion, raw, unfiltered. See, this is the great thing about not being like maligned with anybody. I'm a free content creator. Like, it puts you in a free space. Versus if I work for DAZN or ESPN or anybody, then, you know, you might have to filter certain things. You can't, like, I don't look to ESPN commentary to keep it real with ESPN fighters. Now, if it's someone outside of the ESPN network, maybe they'll do that. But they're not going to keep it real with ESPN fighters. That's why YouTube is still the place to be when it comes to this boxing. And I don't beat around the bush. Anything I say on tape, I'll say in person. It's just my honest thoughts. I don't sugarcoat. And my man said he's been waiting for my objective take. I mean, I've been doing videos, so I got the videos up, so some of my thoughts have been out there. Now, the fight last night was poor. To me, it was a fight where, like, here's the thing. Some fights, they get labeled boring and people say, oh, this put me to sleep. And it's not fair and it's not right. Because I've seen that, like, it'd be like an Andre Ward fight or Floyd Mayweather fight. And there's a lot of technique and technicalities going, and maybe a casual can appreciate that. This right here with Shakur and Edwin de los Santos, that was actually boring to me. And you know, I don't be like saying so and so ran. I don't overuse it. So if it's coming from me, you know it's thorough and it's official. The fight was actually like boring and uneventful. There just wasn't much to it. So when I did a breakdown, it was really more of a breakdown of what I hated. You know what I mean? Rather than a breakdown of like technical aspects. I thought both Edwin De Los Santos and Shakur underperformed, right? That's just being real. I thought the fight in and of itself just didn't live up to any kind of expectations. Now, the sad thing is for Shakur Stevenson, this was definitely a knock on his stock to me. And I'll explain why I believe that in this video. But there's several reasons, actually. We'll start from the top. When they first announced that this fight was going to be on a Thursday and that they were pairing it with Grand Prix, your boy Ego came out and said, that's weird. And I truly thought that. I thought the date, like the day of the event, was weird. And then pairing Shakur with Grand Prix was weird. Because I don't personally think that there's a big overlapping audience, boxing fans and Grand Prix fans. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if you're in the restaurant business and you ask the waitress or waiter what goes well with this steak, they're going to tell you red wines that go well with the steak. Or if you have a nice, shellfish pasta dish, Alfredo, they're going to be like, oh, this white wine pairs well with this meal you're getting. To me, Shakur Stevenson fights and Grand Prix don't really pair well. So I always thought that was weird, personally. I thought why is he fighting on a Thursday night, bro? He fighting on a school night. And then you're somehow, you're doing Top Rank and ESPN, they're doing graphics with Shakur. He got a race car jacket on. I didn't understand that whole angle. And then when I watched the actual fight, I felt even more so what I had always said. So many things wrong with the fight. It's like, where do I begin? You had two southpaws. Listen, anytime you have two southpaws, the fight can really be kind of weird. Charles Martin versus Luis Cuba. No, not Luis Cuba. Luis Ortiz, King Kong Ortiz. That was two southpaws, right? Two southpaws. And sometimes southpaw versus southpaw can get rather clunky. You know what I mean? Headbutts and neither guy wants to get off first. And that's kind of what it was with the Shakur Stevenson fight. Shakur, how for orthodox fighters, southpaws give trouble to ortho fighters? There's a lot of fighters who are southpaw and they could give guys problems. But when they fight other southpaws, they're just as bewildered as orthodox fighters because they're used to fighting right-handers. So right-handers are used to fighting other right-handers. So when you introduce a southpaw stance, some guys don't know how to fight the southpaw. But then the same goes for southpaws, where you have two southpaws and they don't know how to fight another southpaw great. You know what I mean? See, Icy said the same thing. Southpaws also give southpaws trouble. Yeah, people always relegate it to right-handers struggling with southpaws, but in a lot of instances, the southpaws are more comfortable fighting right-handers as well because if you're a lefty and you've been a lefty your whole life, and now you're used to fighting primarily right-handers because there's more right-handers in this world. So when you fight a southpaw, and I want to distinguish this. If you fight a southpaw that is like mid or journeyman, I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about you fighting a southpaw with some intangibles. When you're fighting a ranked, known, threatening southpaw. So the same kind of happened for Errol Spence, if we're being real. Errol Spence is southpaw. Crawford is ambidextrous, but I think Crawford is a better southpaw. than he is an ortho fighter, right? So Errol Spence, yeah, he beat Chris Van Herdeen, a southpaw, but Van Herdeen is here, and Crawford as a southpaw is like somewhere up here. So I'm talking about when you're fighting an elite southpaw who has some traits to offset your style, then the fight can look like that. It just wasn't, to me, I thought the fight was really boring, right? They were hoping to sell tickets to overflow from tourists visiting for F1 weekend, looking to party all weekend. But that doesn't make sense. I understand what you're saying, but it don't make sense given the fact that there has to be an overlapping audience that cares about both events. Just because they're there, like if there's a KKK rally and then you hire Dave Chappelle to do a stand-up set at the comedy club where the week they're marching for the KKK rally, that don't make sense. Do you feel me? Hold on. Listen, I'm going to say it again. If you in Alabama and on the weekend they doing a KKK rally, okay, and then you're going to do Chappelle, you're going to do a Chappelle comedy show on Thursday, and then the KK rally on Saturday. Like, that's not an overlapping audience. The people that coming for the KKK rally, they don't want to see Chappelle. Goddamn Joe Rogan. Like, what are we talking about? So it has to actually make sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, what y'all keep saying? Oh, they were trying to get the overlap. There's no overlapping. Like, the people that watch Talladega Nights, oh, go fast. Ricky Bobby, they're not watching Shakur. So they never made sense. I'm the best in the business. You gotta make it make sense. That's like Pooh Shiesty doing a concert, and then Pooh Shiesty's concert's on Thursday in Vegas, but then on Saturday they got Taylor Swift. Bro, Taylor Swift and Pooh Shiesty, these are two different audiences. I don't care about Travis Kelce. That's not going to save you, and that's not enough. The people that want to watch Pooh Shiesty don't want to see Taylor Swift. And for god dang sure, the people that want to see Taylor Swift on Saturday, they not checking for Pooh Shiesty. You did. So I don't care what none of y'all talking about. Shakur with Grand Prix never made sense. It's two different audiences. That's like PBC never do this. You notice that? They never do this goofy stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like put Garth Brooks and Tank on the same like festival or weekend. Like, that doesn't make sense, bro. The people that listen to country music, she had the ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eye. I'm gonna be my heart good. Bro, they're not checking for Tank, I can assure you. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. The people that are listening and checking for Tank, they're not like probably deep-rooted country fans. So it doesn't make sense to try to combine the events on the same weekend. She had the ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eye. I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Bro, I can assure you, the people that want to see Alan Jackson, they ain't really checking for Tank Davis. On the blacktop, bro, the Rascal Flats and On the Blacktop and all this, they not checking for Tank. Trust me. That's not like an overlapping audience. PBC never do this. Like, you got to put, like, there's like a music festival with Lil Baby and Ice Spice, and then you put Tank in conjunction with, okay, that could kind of work. Because Ice Spice going to bring out all the munches. She gonna be shaking at the deli, and then the next day you gonna watch a Tank fight. Okay, there's some of the Ice Spice munches. Yeah, the munches, they gonna go see Tank. Them folk that want to see Grand Prix, they don't want to see Shakur. Bro, boxing fans don't even want to see Shakur the way that fight looked, to be honest. What are we talking about? Bro, this fight is getting slaughtered. Listen, Shakur set a record, and it's not a good one. LOL, I saw Bob Arum dozing off in the crowd. I hope you joking, bro. Bro, Arum couldn't even stay awake. Now, I want to see Shakur, but this sleep is whooping my ass. Bro, they said Bob Arum was falling asleep at his own event. I seen De La Hoya said it too, so maybe it's true because y'all keep saying it. Bro, do you know how bad when you put the promoter to sleep? Like, he in charge of this. Like, he the reason this event is happening, and Bob Arum was Bro, do you know how bad that is when the promoter fell asleep? I tried. This is nothing like when Terrence Crawford fight, because he gets the finish. Bro, I don't even know what to say. Like, what y'all want me to do? I'm sorry. Like, I feel like Jay-Z. What y'all want me to even say? The fight was not it. Like, I have no problem with Shakur Stevenson. I followed his whole career. He's put on some good performances. Like Valdez, I ain't had no problem with that fight. But this, Edwin, bro, that was Ed lost because both y'all lost. That was horrible. Bro, hold on, that's a bar. Listen. I said, where do I begin? When we're talking about Shakur versus Edwin. Bro, that was Ed loss. Y'all both lost. Y'all both did not do what I wanted to see happen. You fought Ed lost De Los Santos because y'all both lost. Like, y'all lost the attention span of fans. Y'all lost fans. Like, it just wasn't it. And the reason I gotta come so hard and be so real with these subjects is because I truly believe, like, this is boxing, this is my sport. So I really don't like when anything makes boxing look bad. Like, oh, people tapped in and you see Andre Ward and Floyd and Terrence Crawford and all this attention on the fight, and then it gets negative attention right after. You know what I'm saying? So that make boxing look bad because then people are like, oh, this is why UFC is taking over. Because the fight doesn't live up to the expectation. You know what I mean? And I don't really, like, even Canelo, like, bro, I'm going to put it like this. There's some fights recently that I did not really like. But all of those fights look like Gotti Ward compared to this. That's how I can say it to y'all. Like, for example, I didn't like Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. I didn't think that was a good fight. But the way the Edwin and Santos, De Los Santos and Shakur was set up, that made Canelo and Jermell look like Ward Gotti trilogy. You see what I'm saying? Or I didn't like Canelo versus Triple G3. I thought that was a trash fight too. But the way this fight was set up with Shakur and Santos, it made Canelo Golovkin 3. Hell no, guys, boxing, guys, this is boxing, guys. Bro, it made that fight look like Diego Corrales versus Castillo. Like, it was really one of them ones. Like, edge of your seat entertainment, comparatively speaking. And I really did not like Canelo Triple G3. I thought it was a dud. It was a doozy. But then he had them fights looking like ESPN legendary fights. I just want to see you strip. Man, come on. Crawford got stripped. It's over. Y'all got to deal with it. I just want to see you strip right now because it's Crawford want to see you strip. Bro, it's over. The IBF did what they did. Y'all got to get over. Bro, why? Shout out to Christopher Nunez. Y'all got to get over it. The IBF, they said, Jerron the man. I just want to see you strip right now because it's I just want to see you strip. It's over for him. He not undisputed no more. He disputed. They take the off Crawford. He not undisputed. It's disputed. Jerron got the belt. Y'all got it. I just want to see you strip. Cause it's girl, I just wanna see you strip. Bro, we just wanna see you strip. You should have fought Boots. Stop playing with me. Rumble, young man, rumble. Bro. Let it out. I wanna love you. I wanna see that. Beep, beep like a trucker. Bro, IBF just wanna see you stripped. It's over. Oh, it's over, bro. Fight Boots. It's the only way. The IBF just want to see you strip. Yeah, the IBF. Yeah. Bro, you disputed. Girl, I just want to see you strip right now. See Breezy. Bro, the IBF stripped that belt. It said, sensational. Bro, the IBF got on their Chris Breezy. IBF said sensational and stripped him and gave Boots the belt. Bro, the IBF said, "This was a lawyer when a rent nigga went sensational." They got on their Chris Breezy and danced all over that belt, took it and gave it to Duran and it. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Gilly and Philly. It's over. Sensational. Yeah, it's sensational. Y'all want me to cry because Crawford got stripped in 2 weeks or whatever, 2 months. Hey, that's the way the cookie Chris crumbles. Let me work. Crawford talking about F the IBF. Bro, they took your belt. See, Broner took Paulie belt and his girl. The IBF just took your belt. You know what I'm saying? IBF talking about sensational and stripped the man in broad daylight. I hope Andrade and Benavidez deliver. Bro, there's no way that fight is worse than Shakur versus Edwin. Ed Los de los Santos. There's no way. I put that on anything, bro. There, mark my word, there's zero chance that Benavidez and Andrade is somehow worse a fight than Shakur versus Edwin. Bro, Shakur was in there with Ghost from Power, and it looked abysmal. Hey, get my likes up. Bro, he really fought Ghost from Power, and the fight was not good. See, this is the thing. Because I see a lot of the people like, oh, you're hating. And, bro, I'm telling you what I feel. You can shove it up your ass for all you want. I don't really care, bro. Shakur is a talented fighter, but that yesterday wasn't it. It just was what it was. Okay, let me tell you, this is the biggest problem that Shakur is facing. And it's not just Shakur, it's this new generation. This new generation, they right here with it. They talk, type, and then you deliver a performance like that. What you expect? What you expect to happen? Honest, that's a fair question. If you talk, type, and then after turning into performance like that, then you got to get sniped. You got to get Wesley sniped. What do you think is going to happen? Shakur was literally at the face-off. He looked the man in his eyes, Edwin de los Santos, and he was like, I'm going to F you up. I'm going to F you up. I'm going to F you up. You going down. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to F you up. Blah, blah, blah. He was saying these things with conviction, and then for the fight to be what it was, and then this is the funniest thing with fighters and people in general. The people say, oh, not to make any excuses, and then they make excuses. That deserves a pullback. Fighters say anytime a fighter say not to make excuses, just know the next thing that comes out of their mouth will be an excuse. It's proven. Ego, keep cooking. You the best in the business for sure. Shout out to Black Yoda, $20. Gang, we here now. Listen to what I say. Anytime a fighter says in their post-fight press conference or interview, when they say not to make any excuses, just know the next thing they say is going to be a bunch of excuses. It's like Tommy and Martin when they're like, man, where you work at? And he's like, bro, when Tommy got to saying, you knew he was finna lie. Just like these fighters, when they say not to make excuses, the excuse is not far from that statement. Man, what time you got to work, Tommy? Or when people say what had happened was, just know the muff gonna lie. If you say what had happened was, you about to lie. That's just the rules of the streets. That's the rules of the streets. If you say what had happened, hey, get Glass Cut out of here, bro. Get him. Yeah, we gonna cut you in the Edgar cut. Yeah, get him out of here. Remove him from the chat. I do not want to see him be able to leave no more comments. Glass Cut got cut. Shout out to Icy. Rockabye, baby. Get him out of here. I'm sick of seeing that stupid name with the Edgar cut and the Dr. Evil. Yeah, you out of here, bro. I don't even know why y'all entertaining this fool. Sensational. Yeah, he got out. He got up. We got to get him up out of here. Block him. Anyway, Shakur talking type too much for that to be the performance. Point blank, period. Shout out to Icy. Icy, a real life commando. Ammo like Rambo. All y'all want to scramble like Randall. Listen, I say y'all scramble like Rambo. Icy, a commando with ammo like Rambo. Hopping out of a Lambo. Y'all dancing like Sambo. All right, listen. Shakur text and type and all that too much for that to be the performance. I think that's fair. What do you expect the reactions to be when you say, I'm going to F you up, I'm going to destroy you? And like the funny thing was this, Shakur did this. This was funny. Take your shades off right now. Block him. Get him out of here. Yeah, he got to go. What's his name? Titus? Yeah, you out of here. Tony, what's up? Yeah, get him out of here, bro. Icy he gonna just be blocking all y'all. So this was funny to me. Shakur Stevenson said, like, Edwin kept calling him Shakur Twitterson or Shakira Twitterson or whatever, right? In the final press conference, Shakur really said, ask him on Thursday. Listen, this everything I say is cook up. Everything I say is cook up. At the final press conference, Shakur says, on Thursday, ask him again what my name is, and he gonna say, I bet you he say my name correctly. The funny thing is this, Thursday came up, and post-fight, they interviewed Shakur, then he walked out the ring. Edwin De Los Santos did a post-fight interview. They asked him, what did you think about the fight? He says, I came here to fight. Shakur came for a track meet. That's why I call him Shakira Twitterson. So Shakur tried to buff him. That's Bay Area old slang. Old Bay. Buff means to like punk. So Shakur tried to buff him and try to like punk him and say like, oh, I guarantee you on Thursday he gonna know my name. He gonna say my name correctly. Like insinuating that you were gonna beat the brakes off of him. Beats by Shakur to the point where he gonna have no choice but to bow down and give you your respect and say your name right. That's what you said. And then he was still calling you Shakira Twitterson after the fight, and he was calling you a track star. She a runner, she a track star. That was funny to me. So that you didn't really emphatically beat him to the point where post-fight, his face looked cool and he's still talking trash. You didn't do enough. My man said, Shakira. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Bro, he was still talking the same jive before that he was saying after. He was saying it before and after. He was still calling you Shakira Twitterson. I don't know, man. This hurt Shakur. We'll just leave it like that. Shout out to Suro. This hurt Shakur's stock. Bad. It hurt his stock bad. And let's be real. You fought a inexperienced southpaw. I like Edwin De Los Santos. I think he's a good fighter. I like Shakur. I like Edwin. But all things being considered, he kind of an inexperienced southpaw. Like, meaning his biggest fight is El Rayo Adorno. They're cool, but Rayo is like on the prospect on the way up type of list. You know what I mean? Like he ain't been in no big fights for real. Like he ain't been in no tank fights or something like that. He has 17 fights, so you fought an inexperienced southpaw, and then you were very hesitant to engage with the boy. So one has to think, what happens if you were to fight a southpaw like Gervonta Davis? Like real, I'm being real. If Shakur paid this much respect to Edwin De Los Santos, right? If he paid this much respect to Edwin De Los Santos, inexperienced but pretty athletic, good reaction time type of southpaw with power, what about Tank, bro? What if you fight? Because Tank I don't care what none of y'all say, Tank got experience. Amateur and pro. And he has a pro style. So, and here's the thing too that I noticed with Shakur. He keeps saying I had a bad performance and a bad night. But here's the thing. How many times can we accept that as a populace if you keep doing the same thing? For example, let me break it down like only I can. Lomachenko has a bad habit recently of giving up crucial early rounds in big fights and then kicking it up a notch in the back half of the fight, right? And then complaining when people say he lost or when he does lose. For example, he fought Teofimo Lopez and gave Teo hella respect in the first 6 rounds. He looked like, I was like, damn, Teo finna beat him easy. If you look at the Lomachenko fight, the first 5-6 rounds, Teo was beating him easy, right? He did it. He had a slow start versus Jermaine Ortiz. And then his face was all marked up and stuff. And then more recently against Devin Haney, he had a slow start. So my thing is this. You can't excuse all of those. You fought all 3 different people, 3 different years, and you're a slow starter in all those fights when you respected the guy's dynamic. That's more than a bad night. That's a pattern. You're consistently doing that. And then Lomachenko is giving up the 12th round in a close fight. So you're consistently making the same flaw. That's starting to be a pattern with Shakur Stevenson. You fight this random African that no one wanted to see you fight, but Top Rank put together, Nakathila. It does smell like ish, doesn't it? You fight a random African. Try again, Murasaka. Do you know who you're dealing with? The pink Murasaka. You know, bro, you're fighting a random African, and post-fight you said he was scary, and you didn't. He was awkward and had power, and he was scary. So you fought him tentatively and didn't look like yourself. Fast forward to the future. That's the same way you fought Edwin De Los Santos. So really, is it a bad night and all that? Or do you just get more gun shy when the guy got something for you, especially when it comes to power and you can't all the way read them? Nakathila been knocked out a gang of times since that and beat Murataya. Raymond Murataya, he knocked him out in 1 or 2 rounds. He just got knocked out by some random. Bro, that's what I'm saying. It looks like, so for me, more so than I just had a bad night. It looks like Shakur is uncomfortable with awkward punchers. Now you could say, oh, but Oscar Valdez had power, but he's not awkward. Valdez has power, but he's like plodding forward. He be getting his jaw broken, face be all beat up. So I think Shakur is more comfortable. Like, so it's not just about power. It's about power and he don't know your next move. You know what I mean? Like if you got power and you're a bit awkward, that's going to give him problems. Like if you're not one dimensional, like if you're like a Ruslan Provodnikov, Brandon Rios, you got power, but you're kind of one dimensional in your approach to it, then he's cool because his athleticism and timing is way better. But Edwin De Los Santos got power and he wasn't giving nothing up, especially in them early rounds. He was trying to catch Shakur. He even caught him with some hooks and stuff when Shakur made a mistake. When Shakur is in that type of situation, he fights totally different. And it's like the Nakathila fight and like the Edwin De Los Santos fight. And that's going to be a hard sell for most people because you look at a guy like Floyd Mayweather, easy work, I ain't got to worry about it. Floyd fought bigger people, bigger punchers, and guys who are also awkward and way bigger than him. Like, I'm trying to break down. I got so much to say. It's hard because like I want to jump ahead. Please smash the like button. I need y'all to get the likes up. Y'all can do that. Get the likes up, please. I need y'all to get the likes up. What dude is an 80s baby? I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, Floyd Mayweather fought bigger guys and he never fought like that, bro. Like fans would say, oh, Floyd's boring and all that. But if you know what you're looking at, Floyd never fought like that. Like for Canelo, go watch the first 3 rounds of the Canelo fight. Floyd came out like trying to really test Canelo. Like he just stepped on it and like just started getting to work, just started getting busy on Canelo. Then he seen that Canelo had some pretty decent reaction time and he felt, oh, he got some power. So Floyd settled and then he just started like, you know, boxing a bit. And then he started to walk Canelo down once he had figured him out and which way he was moving and, you know, the velocity of his punches. And then Floyd just started to pick apart Canelo. To be honest, I've never seen Shakur do that. Shout out to Icy. I told my brother yesterday, Floyd never looked like that. I've never seen Shakur do what Floyd does in that way. And you're like, oh, it's a different fighter. But here's the thing. Shakur brings his heat on himself. Sometimes it's the media, but it's also Shakur because Shakur himself said that he wants to surpass Floyd Mayweather. Literally said this in the Edwin De Los Santos buildup. He says, I want to surpass what Floyd's done and show him that somebody could be greater. But I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be funny. You're not on your way to doing it with performances like this because every performance Floyd was having, he's really making people more of a believer. This sets you back more than it improved. So, and here's the other problem with Shakur in this equation. I told you on my channel this was a tough fight for him. So I even went as far as saying this is the best name stylistically that he's ever fought. So when the consensus is the best person you've ever fought as a pro, and then the performance is what it is, it just doesn't bode well. Do you see what I'm saying? Because okay, who believes that Edwin De Los Santos was the best name on Shakur's resume? Like a guy with momentum, a guy with some strong recent performances. He was a southpaw, which gives people danger. He has power. He has athleticism. He's hard to read. He showed he can box versus Adorno. He shows he can brawl and hurt you versus El Rayo Valenzuela. You see what I'm saying? This is the best name that he fought. And this is the performance you turned in. Versus Floyd, guys that were supposed to be Floyd's toughest task, like Diego Corrales and Canelo, he made those fights look easy. Arturo Gatti and guys who were really bigger than him, he made them look easy. He made those fights all look easy. So that's what I'm saying. Shakur, he got more work to do because he live in the gym and he has all the right mentors, Andre Ward and Floyd and Terrence Crawford. You got all that. You got the support, Jay Prince. You got all the dope support. But that's just not the type of performance that's going to win over fans. Like, I think one of the craziest things is there were openings for Shakur to like razzle dazzle. He just didn't take none of them. He was just so economical. Like, it was almost like, I'm not saying he's scary, but the performance was kind of scary. Does that make sense? Like, you got to give a respect to people who lace him up. So they're not scared in that regard. But when he seen what he was up against, like, I don't know. Floyd done set the standard so high, bro. Like, I seen Floyd and Andre Ward, they go into the fire. Crawford, they go into the fire where, like, Kovalev, to get on the inside, you got to potentially walk through, because Kovalev he had a great jab. So Andre Ward got to go in the trenches. That's that trench work. You see what I'm saying? He got to go in the trenches and risk, like, Kovalev killed a person before, bro. That's not no cap. Like, he literally, the guy died after fighting him. Kovalev used to put people out, like, bad. And Andre Ward right in there, bah, 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 like, beating his ribs up and body work. Like, it's like almost like no fear. There's no fear. Floyd Mayweather, he fighting bigger, dangerous people in the pocket. No fear. Crawford, he fighting Errol Spence, who was thought to have, given him all the trouble. I thought Spence was going to win, to be honest. You know what I mean? No fear. He's like that. He's just like, I'm in here. But when Shakur fights somebody with the intangibles, it's like really a safety first type of overly cautious approach. Like, there were moments where De Los Santos swung and he missed wild. There was never a Shakur like, bop, just catch him slipping. There was never. So his offense, like, people keep saying his defense was way up, but I don't know. I just didn't like what I seen, bro. Shakur fought amateurish, facts. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like the amateur point system. Like, it's not a pro style the way he was getting off. You know what I mean? And that's going to be hard to market. I'm just being real. That's going to be hard to market. And people and it's like I can't even compare it to much of anything. Like Guillermo Rigondeaux, people criticized him. Like Bob Arum said all this stuff about the networks throw up when I mentioned Rigondeaux. But the difference between Guillermo El Chacal Rigondeaux and Shakur Stevenson is Rigondeaux had true to life per division power, so he'll you up. Rigondeaux he don't throw that much, but he's a sniper, a sharpshooter. Rigondeaux will you up if he connect. Bro, tell me I'm lying. That's the difference. If Rigondeaux is very economical, he's not going to throw voluminous punches. But if he fights you, he f***ing you up when he land. Bro, so you can't even say, like, people like, oh, Rigondeaux's boring. Look what he did to Juntao and them. Bro, look, this is Rigondeaux versus Juntao. Juntao, look at this man's face after fighting Rigondeaux. Juntao. Where Juntao at? Wipe yourself off. You bleeding. Wipe yourself off. You dead. Like, bro, look at this man, the status of his face from fighting Rigondeaux. Bro, his all rearranged. Juntao got up. Shakur's not doing all that. Just to be fair. Edwin De Los Santos entered the ring looking a certain type of way. He left the ring looking the same type of way. He not looking like Juntal and them. Bro, look at this man's face. It looked like they put a golf ball in his cheek. So that's, to me, that's like sweet science. Rigondeaux will get you. He's not gonna throw a lot of punches, but Rigondeaux, when he hit you with that hand, bro, he hit you with that juvenile hand, it's over. I watched a lot of Rigo. When he get that hand off, that hand, Rigondeaux he'll throw 0 punches for the whole round. And then that hand, it's over. That hand gonna have you looking like, you want to go to the doctor hand. You got to be on that gurney hand. You got the EMT in the back coming out in. You on that paper chair. You got your block on fire, remaining the G until that moment you aspire, fighting Rigondeaux. Bro, you gonna be you on the ground on the canvas hand. Let Rigondeaux get off with the hand. It's over for you. Shakur, he not making that type of impression. He not you. Or like my boy Rolly. Bro, my boy Rolly. If Rolly clip, listen, y'all can say, oh, the old guy beat Rolly, Barroso and all that. If Rolly get off with one of them nyets, that's your amateur post, man. Bro, let Rolly get off with one of them. Bro, Rolly is clipping. Bro, say what you want about Rolly. If Rolly, if he get you with one of them, one of them Beavis and Butthead punches, like, shut up, Beavis. I am the great Cornolio. Need TP for me, bong. If he hit you with that Beavis, it's over for you. Rolly is really clipping. Now, Barroso was kind of sweet. He about 57, but he was kind of sweet. Hey, Barroso kind of got squabbles. Listen. I ain't even mad at the Rolly, bro. Old man had squabbles. He had that old man strength. Bro, I promise you, Barroso kind of had it. And he got dummy experience. Bro, I'm telling you, they killed his wife. That's no cap. Barroso's wife got killed or something. He just a strong dude. You know what I mean? Like, he just been through some. That's not someone you want to mess with. Bro, they killed his wife. Look it up. His wife got killed or something, and he still fought the next day or the same day. He just a strong dude. So I ain't even really mad at that. But let Rolly get off with that. Shakur, he don't really be melting like that. Yeah, Barroso had 24 fights, 22 knockouts. That's what I'm saying. People are talking about the way he looked, bro. That old man sleep you. And he was getting dropped with no facial expression. I ain't messing with nobody like that. If you get dropped by a power puncher and you don't have no reaction face, nah, I ain't messing with you. Bro, Rolly dropped him. He got up like that. Nah, I ain't messing with nobody. Bro, you ain't got no faces. You ain't got them changing faces, them R&B changing faces. Your face, you just one mode. Nah, I ain't fighting nobody like that. They're homies. You gotta make some faces. I need to see some expression so I know you human. I ain't fighting nobody with the expressionless face. His face paralyzed. I ain't fighting nobody like that, bro. Barroso had one face, like Cotto. Cotto getting melted by Margarito. Just, okay. It is okay. I make El Cotto. I go back to my corner. I try again. Bro, Cotto ain't got no facial expression. It don't matter. Cotto happy, horny. It's all the same. I am Miguel Cotto. I believe My body will blow. I will. He looked the same and everything. No, bro. Kodo like the Terrence Howard of movies. Is this the same character in every movie? And what's up with his hustle and flow, man? He said the T1000 face. Facts. The other part for Shakur that makes it look bad is like the Devin. Bro, it's just so many angles. Like, I don't even know which way to approach this convo. Like, okay. Listen. Correct me if I'm wrong, which you know you can't correct me because you know I ain't wrong. Frank Martin fought that Artem Harutyunyan, and Shakur and them was and fans was making fun of Frank Martin, talking about, oh, he struggled. Oh, Frank Martin ain't this. Oh, Frank Martin, ha, ha, ha. Bro, Frank Martin, listen, if I am lying, I am flying. Frank Martin, all things considered, fighting Artem Harutyunyan looked a million times better than Shakur Stevenson versus De Los Santos. Because Artem Harutyunyan, bro, he's an Olympian. He was getting busy. He could just fight. He an Olympian that could just fight. He just don't have no name. So he was giving some work to Frank Martin, like making it a puzzle. You see what I'm saying? My man said, hey, bro, Big Supreme coming out with all the facts. Let's go. He said Artem beat Carlos Adamez in the amateurs. And Adamez is a beast. Bro, and then not to mention Frank Martin almost stopped him in the 10th round and the 12th round. But everybody ridiculed and razzed Frank Martin for the Artem. Bro, Artem put up a better fight and Frank Martin put up a better fight. But because it's Shakur Stevenson, we're not supposed to be able to have these conversations. Like, come on, bro. Bro, all the people, this is what I'm saying. I got to be the best in the business because everything I say to you is cook up. When Frank Martin fought, people, they overreacted. Artem could just fight. They overreacted. He was in there with not a big name, but a guy that really came to fight and was tricky. But people, they're all, Frank Martin sucks. He's overrated. And then Shakur was like, oh, he's like, Frank Martin ducked the fight. Frank Martin the beezy. He a double bit. He a bit. Remember Shakur was on Gilly show, $1 million worth of game. And he was calling Frank Martin every bitch in the book. Oh, he a itch. He a double itch. He a itchity itch. And he kept saying how itch made Frank Martin was and how Frank Martin ducked. Bro, off that performance, I mean, we got to reanalyze these conversations. Does Frank Martin, does he look like, is that something he would duck off of that performance? Because boxing, you're only as good as your last performance. Icy says Floyd had a tough night against Emmanuel Burton Augustus. The Drunken Master Ward SOG got dropped by Darnell Boone. All greats have tough nights, but not all of them look like Shakur. But that's what I'm saying. They didn't fight like amateur mode when they had tough nights. Like if you ever watch Floyd in a tough fight, he get gritty. Floyd get grittier than, he don't get more amateurish. Like, bro, put that on. I study Floyd, so ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing about Floyd. I know what I know. If you look at Floyd Zab Judah, bro, he started getting surgical. You look at Floyd versus Shane Mosley, he got rocked up in the second round. That didn't happen no more. For the rest of the fight, Floyd versus DeMarcus Corley, that was his first fight in the new division, and he fought, I studied this, he fought DeMarcus Corley. Corley clipped him early, hurt him. Floyd get real surgical and then he start pressing you. It's different. Shakur, once he feel like that you coming with some stuff and you have some power and awkwardness, he get more like apprehensive, more resistant, more hesitant to let his hands go. That's the difference. Bro, what? Bro, I study boxing. I am the guru of all boxing. Everything that happens in boxing is because of me. Listen, watch Floyd. This is the guy who arguably rocked Floyd the most, Shane Mosley, in the second round. If you watch the later rounds, Shane Mosley was getting frustrated and Floyd was just like, bah, and he was like, bah, bah, just clipping Shane. And Shane was looking hella disappointed, like, man. And he was like, shut up and fight. Shut up, come on. Floyd had a little bit of a bloody lip. This is how much I study. I remember this. It's imprinted on my brain. Floyd kind of had like a bloody lip a little bit from Mosley. And then Mosley was getting clipped and he was just like, bah, hitting him with vicious, mean rights, like, bah, bah, double hooks and stuff. And he's like, shut up, Shane, shut up and fight. And then Shane was trying to talk. Floyd just, bah, bah, just two-pieced him. Pop. In the middle, like, bro, Shane Mosley was trying to complain to the ref or something. And Floyd was like, shut up. Bah, bah. It just offed him. It just, that's what I think people want to see from Shakur, especially with the amount that he talks and what he says on Twitter. You know what I mean? They want to see that dog. Like, he's not showing the dog. He's showing evasive skills. And he's not like, he's hard to hit. But of course, you're going to be hard to hit if you're taking up large chunks of the real estate in moving. But see, the problem with that is I'm not opposed to lateral movement and utilizing the ring, but you got to utilize the ring whilst still being offensive. That's what Shakur hasn't all the way connected. Like, because even if you look at like Caleb Plant, he used a lot of that ring versus Anthony Durrell and even Benavidez, but he was still sitting down on some of his shots and they weren't all jabs. Caleb Plant be like, you know what I'm saying? Like Caleb is still mixing them and he's mixing in some power shots with that. Shakur was like all jabs and all evasion. You know what I mean? It's an ugly watch. Yeah, Floyd was definitely walking Shane down. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's levels. So if Shakur is saying all this stuff like, I want to surpass Floyd, you got some work to do, buddy. Because and here's the thing. Shakur don't really have an excuse. Because it's not like when Shakur first turned pro, people say he had no power, right? And then it looked like he was working on it. And then, like, let's say when he fought Nakathila, and then people could at least say, oh, he's, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. He's still young, he's learning. But you went through the Nakathila, you're supposed to learn from the Nakathila, and you really duplicated the Nakathila type of performance in this performance. So how long could we put the training wheels on and say, oh, he's still learning? Bro, I don't know his age, but he probably like 25, 26. You 25, 26, 27, whatever. We got to take the training wheels off because Crawford at age 27, he knew his identity as a fighter. Floyd Mayweather, easy work. I ain't got to worry. Like I said before, Floyd knew who he was and had a DNA as a fighter by age 27. Look it up. Because when Crawford was 27, he probably fighting Gamboa. And he looked the way he looked versus Gamboa is how he looked throughout his career in many fights. So he knew who he was. Crawford knew he was a stepper, switch hitting and stepping. He knew who he was. Floyd Mayweather, that goes without saying, he knew who he was by age 26, 27. Andre Ward, he knew who he was and had an identity as a fighter by that age. So Shakur don't really have a pass at this point. Gervonta Davis has been the dude for a minute. He been the dude for a minute. Yeah, Shakur 26, bro. Nah. You got to know kind of what you want to do in there and like be comfortable with your style. Cause like, I didn't even look at when he turned pro. I didn't even look at all that. He turned pro in 2017. Yeah, you're about to be a 7-year pro next year. You see what I'm saying? You've been a pro almost a decade. You know what I mean? And you're a 3-division champion at this point. You got to know what you want to do in there. Bro, I'm telling you, y'all can get mad at me or whatever. I'm telling you what Shakur's biggest problem is. His talk and tweets is not living up to the execution. That's always going to be a problem. People are always going to drill you for that. I promise you. I'm going to say it again. If you're talking and you're tweeting and what you're saying does not match, like, I can do this all day. Somebody say when. Say when, and I'll rapid fire. All y'all got to do is say yes. Say when. Say when. I'm ready to go at all times. Say when. Type the word when and it's up. That's all y'all got to do is say when it's up. I promise you. I'm ready at all times. All right, bet. Shakur said that Frank Martin was ducking and he's a bitch. Frank Martin never looked like that. He fought Michelle Rivera and he was stepping. He fought against Artem Harutyan, tough fight. But even that as a tough fight looks better than how Shakur looked. And he almost stopped Artem, the guy who was giving him early round problem in the 12th round, right? So he also said he would beat Canelo Alvarez. He said if me and Canelo were the same size, I would beat him. But judging how you're dealing with intricate punchers, that's what I'm going to call them, I don't know you could beat Canelo if y'all was naturally the same size based on that execution. Because Canelo is way more experienced than Edwin De Los Santos. I don't care if you love Canelo. I don't know if you hate Canelo. But at the end of the day, it's unfair to not keep it real. Bro, Canelo is a 60-plus fight pro. He got dummy experience. I was born ready. He got crazy experience. So if this is how you fight punchers, then that you didn't make it convincing that if you and Canelo were the same size, you would beat him. Because Edwin De Los Santos is a 17-fight inexperienced pro with power and some good attributes. He's already lost, and you saying you'll beat Canelo. So that doesn't age well. He also said he would beat Pacquiao. Bro, Pacquiao is he is the most dynamic southpaw in boxing history, arguably. You're struggling with, just listen to what Shakur has said. This is not ego bullying or, saying this and that. I'm talking about what you said. Edwin De Los Santos, I like and respect the guy. He's not done what Pacquiao's done, nor will he do what Pacquiao's done, because he would have had already started by now. Pacquiao's an 8-division champion. You said you would beat a prime Pacquiao, bro. Pacquiao is literally one of the most, I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Bro, he can sing, he can scrap. He one of the best southpaws that boxing done never seen. And you said you would beat Pacquiao. That's what you told us. You can't even beat De Los Santos or whatever his name is. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a strength of pride to make it easier. Night I said it long ago. Bro, you ain't beating Pacquiao. The way that was set up with De Los Santos, you're not beating Pacquiao. I'm just being real. What y'all want me to say? What y'all? I will fight Shakur. I believe my Stevenson, he will die if he fight me. Bro, Pacquiao will dust you off. Bro, call Pacquiao Mr. Swiffer. He might dust you off the way. Bro, Pacquiao round dust you off. That bro, that woo woo woo. Can you woo woo woo? Pacquiao with that woo woo shit might get you. That's all I'm saying, bro. But Shakur brought that heat on himself. You the one that said you would beat Pacquiao. You said you beat Pacquiao. You said you go to the Philippines, beat Manny. You want that paper check? You got your block on fire, made it a G. You said you beat Manny. You said you go to the Philippines, General Santos. You said you one of the best southpaw. Bro, The way if you had a bad night, off night, bubble guts, whatever was going on, and you had the performance versus Edwin De Los Santos, you're not beating Pacquiao with that. Pacquiao. If your temperament changes with Edwin De Los Santos, Pacquiao faster. How will Manny land on Shakur? He won't. I see why your name is jail in prison. You need to be locked up forever. Forever. That's why you in jail right now, because that was stupid. He said, jail in prison gonna try to tell me about boxing. That's why you in prison and I'm on the outside, because I'm the best in the business. I'm the best in the business. They always want to go against the dawn. Bro, it's me. I'm the best in the business. I'm on the outside. You locked up. You better get your El Chapo on and find a way out. That's why you locked up. That was stupid. You said, how will Pacquiao land on Shakur? Shakur does not have a better defense than Floyd, and Pacquiao landed on Floyd. So, what are you talking about? Pacquiao throw 30 punches a second. You talking about he can't land. De Los Santos landed, and he's slower than Pacquiao. So what are you talking about? Oscar Valdez is much slower than Pacquiao, and he landed on Shakur at times, and Shakur said he almost fought it. He said he hit me with a body shot, it hurted. He said it almost fought it. Bro, go look at, rewind the tape. Y'all not going to do this to me. Shakur said he had a poot because that body shot made him almost yak, like E&J, like Erkenjerk. Bro, the man said he almost threw up from Oscar Valdez's shot, a body shot. That's his words. You talking about Pacquiao can't land. Manny will just say Shakur ram when he don't touch him. It's boxing. Bro, there's no 12-round fight where nobody lands at an elite level. That you don't know what you're talking about. It's a fight. You're going to get touched. You're going to get Omarion touch. Touch, boom, boom, boom. Touch, boom, boom, boom. Touched. You're going to get Omarion touched. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm through with you. You talking about, bro, there's other good boxers and counterpunch. Marquez is a good counterpuncher. Pacquiao still touched him and dropped him. Floyd got touched. He got a better defense than Shakur. Come on, bro. You act like Manny ain't touching nothing. Stop. Kids these days, they say the darndest things. But anyway, all these statements from Shakur did not age well. Frank Martin is a bitch, laughing at Frank Martin's last performance versus Artem Harutnan, saying Frank Martin's ducking you, saying Devin Haney's ducking you, saying you'll beat Canelo, saying you'll beat Manny Pacquiao, who's arguably the greatest southpaw ever, and you're struggling with the southpaw that don't have the amount of fights that Manny Pacquiao has, or the power, or the style, or anything else. Saying that you whoop Lomachenko. Like, bro, every single thing about Shakur, based on this one night, yes, I'm saying one night, is now in question where you have to at least re-examine. I'm not saying Shakur is a bad fighter. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is all the preconceived notions that people had, when you see that output in that performance, you have no choice but to reanalyze to see if it still makes sense. And if you don't do that, it's because you a buster. You a buster and you a fanboy and you don't want to keep it real. Boxing is a what have you done for me lately sport. So what would I be? How could I be the king of boxing if I don't input the newest information? That's like, let's say we're talking about stocks. Your stocks were doing great last year, but you have to compute the current information. If we're in a recession and Bitcoin's down and crypto's down, that's the latest information that you have. So you have to compute that and factor that in. You can, last year Bitcoin was at this. Well, guess what? Surprise, it's not at that now. So you have to input the newest data. So the newest data about Shakur Stevenson is when you fight awkward punchers, it could look like last night. Now they saying he the one hand bandit and all. Like, bro, no. If you was one armed and the fugitive, the one armed man and all, then pull out the fight, bro. I'm not trying to hear none of that. And this boxing fans, y'all so fickle. Y'all pick and choose. When Wilder's talking about suits and all this, whatever, y'all say, oh, Wilder's making excuses. But then every top ranked fighter lose or have a bad performance, and it's always a reason why they lost. Every time. Book it. Every time a top ranked fighter in a big fight either loses or has a suspect performance, there's always a built-in excuse. Shakur looked like he did yesterday. They said, oh, Shakur was one-armed. Lomachenko loses to Teofimo. Oh, his shoulder was broke. Pacquiao loses to Floyd. Oh, his shoulder. He had to go to the ocean for some salt water. Keyshawn Davis recently. He didn't lose, but he had a suspect performance where people are like, damn, you didn't look that good, bruv. And they said, oh, he got the bubble guts. He got acid reflux. I don't know what they said. They said he had IBS, bubble guts, Hershey squirts, something like that. That was Keyshawn Davis. And then now we find out he hiding them up in his fights. Keyshawn Davis be chiefing. Hey, you want some of this? I don't play this. Bro, I promise you, they said Keyshawn Davis had the bubble guts, IBS, acid reflux. He needed some Pepto-Bismol before his fights. Upset tummy. Then who else was it? Teofimo. They said his esophagus blew up. They said T.O. esophagus blew up in the Kambosos fight. Every single fight is like a built-in like narrative that we supposed to all go with. Bro, you fought with the blown up esophagus or whatever is going on. That's why, like, okay. This is what I don't understand. If Teofimo esophagus is exploded, why did commission let him fight if he was near death? Think about it. If Teofimo esophagus exploded and he was near death, like they saying, then why did the New York State Commission, because it was a hometown fight here in New York, why did they allow the Kambosos fight to go on? Like, why are they not being sued? Like Magomed Abdusalamov sued, his family sued when they had the man brain dead from the fight with Mike Perez. Why nobody gets sued? Nobody, there's no repercussions. You let this man T.O. fight and he almost died. Why the commission ain't never in trouble then? Nobody lose their job. Nobody seen or heard nothing. Come on, bro. They said Shakur, one arm, broke arm, peg leg, tennis elbow. He got rickets. He got scurvy, sickle cell, whatever they talking about. Why they let him fight with the sickle cell? Hey, don't worry, y'all got sickle cell around with me. You have a seizure or heart attack. Bro, I need answers. Why does these are the strictest commissions in boxing. New York, California, and Vegas. Why did Vegas let him fight on a Thursday with a broke arm and tennis elbow and, the Tootsie Roll and all this other stuff he got going on? Why are these fights being allowed then? How are you passing the medicals? So I'm not buying none of it. Y'all can sell it, but I ain't buying it. They were like, oh, man, he had gangrene. Man, how the hell you get some gangrene? I've been looking everywhere. Where you find some gangrene at? They talking about, oh, Shakur Stevenson, he has some C4. Man, where you get some C4? I've been looking everywhere for some C4. Where you get some C4 for? Bro, it's always something. He got, there's a bomb in the building. He had C4 in his leg. And I'm like, come on, bro. Where you get some explosives in his leg? Where y'all always, it's always, man, leave me alone, bro. Y'all got to leave me alone. All these excuses, bro. Talking about Shakur had a vasectomy and all this. Bro, I don't care about none of that vasectomy. He looked like that because of vasectomy. Nah, T.O. was on his period. I ain't trying to hear the menopause and I ain't listening to none of it. Menopause, vasectomy, scurvy, rickets, leprosy, all these the COVID. Nah, I ain't listening to none of that. Bro, I'm the best in the business. I don't care what y'all talking about. I'm the best in the business. Y'all talking about chlamydia. Oh, he looks shittier because he had chlamydia. Well, they need to get rid of you. That's a bar. Oh my gosh, bro. Listen, bro, they said he looked shittier because he had chlamydia. Well, they should have got rid of you. I ain't listening to none of these weak ass excuses. Talking about he has syphilis. I dare you to stick you in this. Because if I was filled with, I'd be filled with herpes. Y'all better stop playing with me, bro. Yeah, it's spinal. They let Mike Tyson fight with a broken back. All right, bro. I broke my back. It's spinal. Bro, they shouldn't let your spinal ass fight then. What y'all talking about? I'm sick. Bro, boxing, y'all repulsive. Talk about Shakur. He looked like that because he had the whooping cough. Where the motherfucker get some whoop? He got German measles and the whooping cough. Where you get the whooping? Where you get where you get the whoop from? Huh? I'm talking about he got the whooping cough and German measles. Like, man, miss me. Talking about Shakur got the chicken pox, smallpox. Bro, I don't care if he got the 2 pox. He out of here. I'm rating the performance based on they let him fight. Talking about he got chicken pox, smallpox. I don't care. He got Tupac Amaru Shakur. The fuck y'all talking about? I seen what they let him fight with the Tupac Shakur syndrome, Down syndrome, or whatever they let him fight. Bro, I don't care about none of that. Bro, they're homies, and y'all can't cancel me. I'm the best in the business. Y'all can't cancel me. They let him fight with the Down syndrome or whatever y'all talking about, SIDS. He got the SIDS, bro. Ain't that when you an infant? How you got SIDS as an adult? You see what I'm saying? Bro, how he 26 with SIDS? How you got SIDS? And he got shaking baby and all. Like, bro, I don't care about none of that. They let him fight with the shaking baby, with the postpartum and the SIDS. So that's all. I'm basing it off of what I seen. I don't know about all this chlamydia and all this gonorrhea and all this extra stuff y'all throwing on after the performance sucked. Because what if Shakur would have knocked out Edwin De Los Santos? They wouldn't be talking about the gonorrhea and the chlamydia and all this other extra stuff. Talking about he had a miscarriage. Man, it's a miscarriage of justice that y'all made this fight on a Thursday. Bro, don't get me turned up, bro. Y'all need to chill. They talking about Shakur got his tubes tied and all that. Whatever, bro. If you want to accept excuses for one person, you got to accept them all. You got to accept them all. Talking about he half Puerto Rican, he got chorro. Y'all don't know about that. My Mexican fans know about that chorro. Bro, look it up. Chorro. They talking about he got the chorro. He got the Hershey squirts. I wish I had that so I didn't have to watch that. That fight was buns. That fight was Trillburger. Bun B. It was Buns B. That's Trillburger. Man, stop playing, bro. I did not enjoy it. Bro, how do you make a fight that I don't enjoy on a Thursday? Like, that don't even make sense for real, for real. Bro, how you have a bad fight on a Thursday? Like, there shouldn't even be an expectation for a Thursday fight. But I found myself thoroughly not liking that fight. It was on a Thursday. How you have a bad fight on a Thursday, bro, on a school night? Just think about that. You have a bad fight on a school night. So anyway, I can only assess what I seen, and it wasn't good. It just wasn't good, bro. Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like Shakur, the chastising and the talking, it just didn't live up to it. You say you want to beat Mayweather's records and accolades and be better than him. You said you and Tank is the biggest fight. It's really not. Bro, I promise you, and I'm not trying to diss son. I'm just being real. Shakur is going to be hard to market. Because you're not going, unless you start doing peds, you're not going to just come out with power out the UOP. Shakur going to be hard to market, y'all. Because, like, what's the point? Like, because, I guess because he got the vacant title. What's the point? Like, why would that be? Like, why would Tank choose you? Like, Ryan Garcia had a big fan base and was undefeated. Why would Tank choose you off of that? You got to kind of, you know what I mean? Bro, I'm being serious. And Shakur, like, he probably don't want to hear this people's criticism, but I'm just being real with you. It just wasn't a confident performance. And he's not the first. I know fighters that have been sick in fights. So it's like none of that really is an excuse. You know what I mean? Wilder fought with broken ligaments and broken hands and knocked out Chris Arreola with a messed up arm. Tank won't beat Shakur. Bro, you don't know that. You don't know anything. Bro, get him out of here. I'm sick of seeing you, bro. I don't even want to see your name. Stay in prison. Stay in jail, stay in prison. Get him out of here, bro. You too annoying. You start a channel. Shakur didn't get touched on a bad night. Bro, you about to get touched on a good night. Get him out of here. Good night. Bro, I'm so sick of seeing him. Please remove jail and prison out my chat. I'm so sick of seeing his name. Everybody type block him. Thank you. 76 Mark. God dang. Listen, if y'all so opinionated, got so much to say, you start a channel and go against the grain and say all this stupid stuff. Not over here, buddy. Bro, he said, listen, now y'all pissing me off. He's talking about Shakur didn't get touched. Bro, how can you get touched if you're constantly fleeting on the move? Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, this performance really making me question some stuff. Because here's the thing. Shakur is very good at controlling distance, but almost to a fault because there's no offense and countering behind it. So when we're talking about best defense, is he really like, is it so much as the defense or is it so much you're playing keep away? Because if you're not splicing in offense integrated with your defense, then I can't really say you got the crispiest defense. Because like, let's say Floyd Mayweather, easy work. Floyd be in the pocket and he'll send a two-piece at you, bop, bop. And then when you try to counter him, he's right here with it. That's defense because there's an attempt being made and the shots be whizzing by Floyd. Even Jerron Boots Ennis, I don't even remember what fight it was, but Jerron Boots Ennis, dude sent a punch and Ennis was like, woo, like, and it just whizzed by him. So when we're talking about defense, Jerron's defense is crispy because he's not getting hit with silly. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, Villa was sending shots and coming with shots, and then Jerron Ennis is like, and it like doing these Saget uppercuts from Street Fighter, and then Villa tried to counter, and he went like that. So to be honest, it's making me wonder the depth of Shakur's defense. Because it's like his defense has one facet to it, and that's controlling the distance. Mayweather's defense, he could be in front of you, sending shot. Like, okay, everybody knows the more you throw, and this is just simple stuff, people. The more you throw in boxing, the more you're available for the counter. So can I say Shakur off of that performance is a defensive wizard? If he's not throwing an offense, all he has to do is jab and then control the distance. That's not the same. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm starting to get frustrated. It's not defensive wizardry if you're not throwing, if there's no offense mixed into it, because it's easier to keep your Like, okay, let's say I'm fighting Wilder. I don't want to get hit by Wilder. So if I'm just like, and then I'm just like staying away from Wilder as much as I can, am I a defensive wizard, or am I just doing enough to keep him at bay so he can't encroach? Does that make sense? If I was fighting Wilder and then every time Wilder tried to close the gap, I'm like moving and I'm the step back god, and then I'm like galloping around the ring, is that like, that's not Pernell Whitaker level defense to me? Because if you watch Pernell versus Oscar De La Hoya, there's this one, it's a gold medalist we're talking about. A great fighter with power in both hands. De La Hoya, gold medalist. East LA, fool. De La Hoya was sending mad shots, and Pernell was he was tap dancing on him. Woo! And he was like laughing and like just getting busy. Pernell was going crazy. And he would throw his own shots. So stay out the way and, bah, 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 do the NSYNC dance. But then he was still sending shots. Shakur is just controlling the distance, and there was not zero, but very little power punch. So I feel like that's easier to do. That's the whole point. Floyd is teeing off on Canelo, and then Canelo's not hitting him with counters. That's different. Because Canelo, against a lesser fighter, Canelo would have been connecting them shots. Cotto would have been connecting them shots. Like when Floyd was on the ropes versus Cotto, and Floyd be like, and Cotto was like, bah, 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 like just throwing punches, and Floyd on the ropes, and bro, he's like catching this. It's like some real high level stuff he's doing. Shakur versus De Los Santos, his approach to that fight was more so just not letting Edwin De Los Santos get into a reasonable proximity where he could throw and land. So that, to me, that's only like one small facet of defense. But again, if you're not integrating that with make them miss, make them pay, you reach, I teach, then I can't say you have the crispiest defense, because neither one of you guys are truly winning the fight. He can't get to you, and you're throwing very little offense and moving. Does that make sense? Really weird stuff, bro. Really weird stuff from Shakur, like how he performed. Really weird. Like, I feel like okay, here's the thing too. You don't even have to be able to box. Like, part of the human psyche is we're all, unless you have something wrong with you, we're all hardwired to protect thyself. Like, you see women, someone try to kidnap a woman or something, there's going to be scratches and defensive wounds and defensive markings on the assailant, because we're all hardwired to protect ourselves. Does that make sense? So with that being said, if you're anybody, you don't have to be a pro boxer to want to win a fight or be in a fight, and then you're scared to engage and then try to keep your distance. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's almost like instinctual. No one wants to get hit with no crazy stuff. But then on the flip side, you're not going to really win a fight like that. You're not going to win a fight by just being evasive. And I think that's what people are like, oh, defense wins fights. True, but defense doesn't win fights impressively, at least, to the point where you're defense, but you're very low output offensively. It's really the combination and marriage of those two, offense and defense, that really win you the fights. Like, people just act like Floyd Mayweather was dodging shots and throwing nothing. That's the biggest misnomer that we've seen in boxing. One of them is that Floyd just sits there, waits for you to throw, and then he's dodging the shots and running and all this goofy stuff, and he's doing nothing back. That's dumb. That's never been a Floyd fight. Josh Gossett. I agree, Ego. I'm starting to question what would happen if Shakur fought Tank or even Frank Martin. I don't know if his defense is as good as we thought. See? Shout out to Josh. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Based on that performance, it made me question it. Crawford, like, for example, Errol Spence got power. Crawford didn't fight Errol Spence like he fought like he always fight. That's the biggest difference. No matter who Crawford's fighting, Crawford's trying to make it his fight. You see what I'm saying? Like he didn't look starstruck or like, oh, Errol got all this power. Bro, if anything, Crawford was mad aggressive with Errol Spence earlier than I thought because he just came out southpaw. So he knew he would be superior, or he felt he would be superior as a southpaw than Errol Spence, who's a natural southpaw. And it worked out for him. But the thing is, it's like Crawford is fearless. You see what I'm saying? Like he not fighting Errol Spence different than Mean Machine or like, I'm not saying you have to have the same strategy, but what I'm saying is like the approach to it is in essence the same. When Shakur is fighting bigger, awkward punchers, they looks more like Nakathila and Edwin de los Santos than some of his better performances. And that's concerning. Because I don't care who Floyd fought, bigger, smaller, faster, southpaw, ortho, Floyd looked like Floyd. And I think part of your game in any sport, you have to look consistent. Like Tom Brady might not win all the games, but he consistently looks like Tom Brady, right? Even if Tom Brady had 3 interceptions in a game, there's other things he's doing that still shows you he's like uber dynamic. He just got 3 interceptions, which is bad, and some turnovers. You know what I mean? Like LeBron James could lose the finals or something to the Dallas Mavericks, but you still see that LeBron James is like a pivotal player. Shakur Stevenson, I don't think he excelled in his performance yesterday, and he didn't look anywhere remotely as dynamic as he has, and that's bad when the best person on your name, you look completely different. You know what I mean? Like, for example, when it's top-ranked matchmaking and he fighting Juntao or Yoshido or whatever, he looked God tier. But then the person that I told you on paper would be Shakur's toughest fight, then it shows to be Shakur's toughest fight. Does that make sense? And to be honest, where Shakur rates himself right now versus anybody else top, I struggle to think of anybody who fights like that. Like Canelo. Canelo, he's not the perfect fighter, but Canelo, whether he's losing or winning, fighting Bivol, he's still trying to do like what he does. Shakur almost looks like a different person when he's in there with certain puzzles. And that's the part that's concerning. I don't know. I don't really get that. And I don't know if Shakur has the killer instinct, the finisher instinct. You know, some people are Michael Jordan, Kobe, they some killers. They know how to execute at a high level when all the chips are down. LeBron James, not as much as like Michael Jordan and Kobe in terms of that killer. Shakur, I don't know if he has that killer instinct, like to put it all together. Like, I think he could get more stoppages, but he has to abandon, or not even just stoppages, but more drops and more exciting. But he has to have confidence and in spots, fight smart, but still accelerate. Like that, and that's like, I feel like older Edeslandi Lara faces this same thing. When you have a dead man in front of you, people are not gonna like it they're just there. Like, why is this person here so long and that person's not really doing anything? Does that make sense? Like, if you have a dead man in front of you and they just like carrying on and carrying on, I don't think people want to see that. You know, it reminds me of Edeslandi Lara has a fight with Delvin Rodriguez. And Delvin Rodriguez wasn't on the dude level. And then Lara couldn't figure out a way to make more emphatic. Just go watch that fight. And then Cotto fought Delvin Rodriguez coming off of like back-to-back losses. And little Cotto destroyed Delvin Rodriguez because Cotto's a Puerto Rican killer. Cotto got that killer temperament. So I don't know if it's a mindset or whatever. Amateur, and some people's style adapts better to the pro game. And like, just go watch. This fight is exactly like Edeslandi Lara versus Delvin Rodriguez. It was like a long, drawn out, long-winded, boring, long escapade where it's like either Delvin needs to step on the gas and take some chances and do more, or the sharpshooter, pure boxer, needs to find out a way to like wrap this up. And then when you got both fighters and it's just like an ugly mesh and neither one of them's quite doing that, that's why people are saying what they're saying about the fight. Like, oh, this is boring and whatever. Finally, what I want to say is I told you and then I showed you. I'm the best in the business. And it's not even close. Remember when, and I want y'all to be real, if you've been following my channel for years, when Shakur fought that African, Nakathila, I personally criticized Shakur Stevenson in that given performance, saying it wasn't his best showing and he paid too much respect to the power puncher. And he was like, oh, it's because Nakathila was tricky. Who remembers me saying that about the Nakathila performance? If you've been on my channel for a while, who remembers that? Yo, we got, shout out to Kenya B. What the hell? I don't know what it was good. We got a $10 Zelle from Kenya B. Salute King. Listening in the background, keep giving them the truth. Shout out to Kenya B for the $10 Zelle. Who remembers that? I criticized Shakur for that performance. Now you had other channels and other people on Instagram and Facebook. They got mad at me and others like me who criticized Shakur Stevenson, right? For that Nakathila performance. And there was like, it was almost split where people like myself were saying, hey, that wasn't Shakur's best stuff. I'm always going to keep it real with you guys because that's how I came in the game. That's how I'll always be in the game. But then you had others who tried to protect Shakur from the criticism by suggesting that like, oh, only Shakur haters are mad and the fight wasn't boring. Because you remember Tim Bradley was saying the fight was boring. And I was like, hey, I don't always agree with Tim Bradley, but the fight really was boring with Nakathila. It was uneventful. But then you had some people who didn't want to like anything negative to be said, any kind of criticism about Shakur. So then they try to make it like it was really not a boring fight. And the Shakur haters is like this cult of people that were just trying to criticize Shakur and keep the black man down and keep the brother down. And I'm like, no, there's a time that does happen with old media where they'll be like, oh, Floyd's boring, and it's absolutely not true. But you have to be able to decipher and distinguish. Sometimes even old media gets it right. That fight was boring. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not, everything is not like I said, old media, they be horrible and they keep people off the pound for pound list. We know what they do wrong. But every dog has his day. A broke clock is right 2 times a day or whatever, right? So if people were criticizing the Nakathila performance, that specific fight, there was a reason. It just wasn't an awesome showing, right? And then now fast forward to the future, Shakur puts on another Nakathila type of performance. What's this dude talking about? Shakur Stevenson is a masterful boxer. It's the sweet science that true boxing, not street fighting. Watch, no skills, bang, bang, no skills, bare knuckle. Man, get him out of here. You sound foolish. Bro, I can definitely respect the sweet science and masterful boxing, but you got to go. He talking about watch bare knuckle. Bro, okay. See, this is where I got to get in y'all like wedgies. I got to get in y'all ad like wedgies because y'all sound stupid. Y'all know I'm the best in the business and you sound pure stupid because Shakur himself keeps apologizing to Andre Ward, Crawford, Floyd, and fans. Oh, I let you all down. Oh, it was a bad performance. So how come when I'm saying this stuff, me and Shakur agree that it wasn't his best night? I didn't say he's a bad fighter. The fight was bad. But you guys are so soft. Y'all soft. Y'all like Froyo. Soft. And you don't want to hear criticism to fighters you like. You don't want to hear the harsh truth. So you're like, oh, just watch bare knuckle. Bro, so how can Shakur self-assess and say it was a bad performance? I agree. It was a bad performance by both and a bad fight. And then now y'all mad at me. Why is he apologizing then? If I should be watching bare knuckle and the people who agree with me should be watching bare knuckle, then why is he apologizing to the fight? To the fight fans and legends. Why is he saying it's a bad performance then? He should be like, this is my greatest work. But he's not. Because the fight sucked. Shakur mastered the art of not getting hit. Now he need to master the art of hitting. That's funny. Bro, it just was not fun. The bottom line, Edwin couldn't catch him. And Shakur wouldn't let him. And there was no opening. Like, but that's not defensive wizardry and masterful boxing. If no one's engaging, how is that? Like, what? I don't get it. Hey, you know what that fight looked like? This is what that fight looked like. Look, remember that old Jerry Lee Lewis? Bro, this that fight. Y'all can see that? Bro, I'm going to show y'all what the fight looked like because y'all pissing me off. That looked like Jerry Lee Lewis boxing on Dead Homies. Because y'all want to, now y'all want to piss me off? Okay. I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. That looked dead on. This is what it looked like. Look. That's the whole fight. This. One jab out, and then the rest of it is that. Jerry Lee Lewis. Shakur Lee Lewis. Bro. Come on, bro. That's the whole fight. And then Harlem shaking and doing all this other stuff. No offense from either guy. One, because the guy couldn't reach him. Like, bro, look. There you go. There's Shakur right there. On Dead Homies. Bop, bop, bop. Woo, 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 woo. Bro, get this shit out of my face, bro. Bro, the stats were embarrassing, bro. It said between the two of them, they landed 40 punches in 12 rounds. And it's for a belt. That's not how you want to win a belt, dog. You want to win a belt by neither one of y'all engaging and neither one of y'all, like, throwing punches? Like, I don't know. Would that make you happy? Like, yeah, I'm a champion. I did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that going to make you feel like championed? $105 punches total. But that was probably thrown. But there's guys that throw that in one round, depending on the weight class. Bruh, you don't know none. AB boxing. Man, get him out of here. KG Javis. Yeah, he got to go. KJ. Get him out of here, bro. Who the hell is KJ? We got KJ Joshua. Meet with me. Bro, get him out of here. You from the UK, I could tell. Man's like KJ. This is Liam KJ. Man's not hot. Hit it with a shot, with a pop, with a pop. Wanna go home to poop. I got a poop like you. My honey like Winnie the Pooh. Bro, get him out of here. I could tell you from the UK, dead homies, bro. He said, went to the toilet to poo. I go home, want honey like Pooh. That's Winnie the Pooh. That's how you rap. That's how they rap in the UK. James Brown said, get down. Had a man's done a dance, Chris Brown. I'm like, bro, get him out of here. KJ. Man's thing, Shakur ran with the belt. And shit like poopa scoopa. Bro, please stop. I'm the root to and shit like poopa scoopa. And your bitch got fupa. When she listens to Tupac. Like, bro, get this shit. Bro, yo, bitch got fupa. And she listened to Tupac. Bro, nah, that ain't it. Nah, that ain't it. And listen to Tupac Shakur. And I get with a guy like more. And your mom's like, supper. Like, what are y'all even talking about, bro? Man's mom like cook supper. Bro, they just be rap about anything in the UK. Hell nah. He's like, man got oodles and noodles. Bro, you rapping about oodles and noodles? He said, went to the kitchen, oodles and noodles. Got a lease for brand new poodles. And they all go bathroom doodle. What? Hey, yo. Bro, I got a lease for my brand new poodles. And a box of oodles and noodles. Bro, shut the up when I'm talking. E40 voice. What? Where E40 come from? Yo, this YouTuber is a bum. But you watching me though, so whatever. Joseph Mobile Games. I know nobody. I guarantee I'm gonna go to your channel. Let me go to your channel. You ain't got no subs. Hold on, let me see how many subs you got. Since you want to talk crazy. Let me go to your channel. I know your channel weak as hell, bro. Joseph. I could tell by the name. Joseph Mobile Gaming. What the hell is a mobile gamer? You can't even afford a hold on. If you're a mobile gamer, that means you can't afford a console. You gotta use your phone to play games because you can't afford a console. That is funny. Listen, you mobile gamer motherfucker. Bro, this man can't afford a console. So he right here with it. Anybody want to play COD? Bro, you respawning on your phone. And you probably got an Android too. Man, get him out of here. This man playing Words with Friends with dudes. He on Words with Friends with nothing but dudes. And he's like, I got a word, G-A-Y, gay. That is your word. Shout out to all the gay people that watch my channel, though. Bro, the man is playing Words with Friends with men's. I said the man is playing Words with Friends with a bunch of men's. Nah, listen, I got gay people that watch my channel. Gay people love my channel. They be like, hey, Boxingego on, hey. And I support, listen, if y'all support me, I'll support y'all. If y'all don't like me, I don't like y'all. So I don't care who it is. I don't care what your sexual preference is. If you with me, I with you. Not like that. But still, I'm one of, bro, y'all can't cancel me. I'm the realest out. Ain't no cancel button for me. The alphabet sanctioning body's gonna slide on you. Yeah, all right. I'll be waiting. They'll get slid. Bro, these dudes, this man a mobile gamer. Get him out of here. Y'all talking about cancel me. Y'all need to cancel Shakur and Edwin. What y'all talking about? They say I'm getting canceled. Y'all need to cancel Shakur and Edwin for that fight last night. That's what we talking about. Hold on. Why I gotta get canceled? Cancel whoever staged that fight on Thursday. Yeah. Talking about canceling me? Bro, the CompuBox, they was clicking like this. You know how they got the little clicker with the CompuBox? They clicked like this and then had to click again till like the 8th round. When they threw 2 more punches. Click. That's how they was clicking, because there was so little punches. The clicks was like mad long in between. Bro, bro, it's like 20 punches. Get that out of here, bro. And then Shakur, he like mad about it online, but you said it was a bad performance. I'll read what he said, because I don't like to, because people be like, oh, you misconstrued what I said. I'll read exactly what you said, because y'all want to play games with me. All right, let's go Shakur, right? I won a world championship belt with one hand. So he's staying on the one hand thing. Against a dangerous fighter, yeah, okay, hop off my nuts. And you soft ninjas talking big now, come to the table. This exactly what I wanted. Bro, that's cap, bro. See, y'all don't want to hear the harsh truth. That's cap already. He said this is exactly what I wanted. No, it ain't, bro. There's no way you wanted the outcome to be that. Bro, he said, hop off of my nuts. This is exactly what I wanted. You're lying. I'm just going to say it like that. You're lying. There's no way you want. If you go on Twitter right now or YouTube and type up this fight, it's 99% negative anything. This is what you wanted. What did Lil Uzi say? This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. I just want to ride. This ain't what you want, bro. You're lying. He said, this is what I want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what I just want to ride. This definitely ain't what you want, bro. It's like people like Shakur, boring, Stevenson, Shakur, ZZ. Bro, listen, they called him, somebody said Shakur Sleeperson. I seen that. And then somebody say, you're a runner. You're Shakari Stevenson. From the runner, you know the runner with the red hair? Shakari Richardson? It said you're Shakari Stevenson. I was like, damn, bro. This is what you wanted the whole world calling you Shakur Stevenson, bro. Ain't no way. It says, this is exactly what I wanted, to be honest. Let's get to it. That one bad performance don't make me. Don't forget this same thing happened at 1:30. All right, so I'm going to say it again. That's cap. I'm going to explain how it's cap. What he just said. Shakur Stevenson. And this is why it's never the approach to try to go against the maddening crowd. So let this be a lesson. See, I listen to what people say and see if I interpret it, see if it makes sense. All right, listen to this again. That one bad performance don't make me. Don't forget the same thing happened at 1:30. Now, I am not the smartest brother in the world. I know some of you don't have the ego wits about you. So let me break it down because y'all still didn't get it. He just said that one bad performance don't make me. Don't forget the same thing happened at 1:30. Okay. How can you say that one bad performance don't make me and then recite another bad performance you had at 1:30? So then, therefore, it's not just one bad performance. Got him. Listen again. That one bad performance don't make me. Don't forget the same thing happened at 1:30. So you just contradicted yourself in the same sentence. You said, oh, like basically don't judge me off of one bad performance. Don't forget I had this happen again at 1:30. What? That don't make sense. So you said this is one bad performance, but then you reminded us of another bad performance that you had at 1:30, and I'm assuming it's the Nakathila performance. That wasn't well thought out, bro. So it's not just one bad performance if it happened to you before. So that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't respond to the maddening crowd off raw emotion because they cooking you, and then you're trying to defend yourself, which is a human instinct, but ultimately it's not going to fare well for you because the people are cooking you. And maybe there's some truth to what was being said. You just got to embrace it, take it on the chin, learn, improve, and get back to it. I'm not saying Shakur should quit boxing or give up on his dreams or nothing, but you don't want to go tit for tat. Yeah, and then he posted Floyd versus Baltimore. That wasn't a bad performance. Baltimore got cooked. He posted Crawford. But to be honest, they need to take his phone. That's not a good look. If like P. Diddy, he got a lawsuit against him. It just came out. So if he got the lawsuit and then he like, oh, but R. Kelly, like what does R. Kelly got to do with you got these charges? This is what's being said about you. You see what I'm saying? You bringing up Floyd and Crawford. Oh, put me with the greats and the greats got booed. And bro, you don't have to do all that. The greats didn't get booed last night on a Thursday. That's you. You got to just stand on that and you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't like when people do that. Don't try to bring me down because it's down for you. Like if someone put a bad YouTube video out and say, oh, he getting cooked for a video. And you're like, oh, but Ego got cooked. Nah, don't bring me into that. You getting cooked. This is what they think about you. Don't talk about, oh, but Ego. Laughing they didn't get booed on Thursday. Am I lying? They ain't no legend fought on no Thursday and got booed. When they booed Mayweather on a school night. Okay. Bro, the Shakur boos were different, bro. Because he got booed every round. That's bro, they was in the crowd. They was setting their clocks, their alarms. Because they was booing on point. They was doing math and all right, this is round 1. He got a 1-minute break and we going to resume the boos for round 2. That's some difference, bro. They was all in unison. You know how like the English, when the English fighter and they be singing Kumbaya and Sweet Caroline, and it's like a unanimous like Sweet Caroline throughout the whole venue. That's how them boos was. They was on point with the boos. I ain't never seen that. They're like, oh, well, it's time again. Boo! Boo! Like, y'all ain't out of breath. They booed every, like, listen to me. I'm not even being facetious or funny. They booed every round. I've never seen that. Bro, it got so bad with the boos and the crowd being like raucous where in one of them rounds, I heard the crowd chanting. I'm like, what they saying? I couldn't quite hear. I was like, what is being said? And it was like, vaquero, vaquero. Vaquero is Emmanuel Navarrete. His fight was already over. He was crowned the winner versus Conceição. Bro, the fans were so bored with Shakur's fight that they were chanting the co-main event's name. I ain't never seen that, bro. Imagine you're the main event and then somebody fought on your undercard, they chanting to bring that person back out. I ain't never seen that. I've never seen that ever happen in boxing. They're like, vaquero, vaquero, oh, boo, vaquero. Like, bro, how you the main event and they booing for the encore of the person that was on the co-main? I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen, like, when does that ever happen for Gervonta's fight? Like, Mario Barrios fought on Gervonta Davis's card multiple times. And Gervonta fighting Leo Santa Cruz, the crowd is not like, Barrios, Barrios, Barrios. That's never happened. Bro, imagine if Tank is up on the main event fighting Leo Santa Cruz and the crowd is like, Barrios, Barrios, Barrios. It's never happened. Or Wilder. There's been people that fought on Wilder undercards. They not finna be chanting Vito Milnicki. Vito, Vito, Vito. During the Wilder fight. I ain't never seen that. He said they are chanting for a dude who fought to a draw while your fight is on. That's OD, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. You fighting for the... They were so bored they chanting for the nigga with a draw. I ain't never seen that. That's like when the main course come out and you cheering for the appetizers. Like, bro, if they brought you a nice steak dinner out with mashed potatoes or loaded baked potatoes, steak dinner, and you cheering for mozzarella sticks. You feel me? You're like, mozzarella, mozzarella. Bro, you got this nice steak dinner. You got them steakums. You got a nice steak dinner with a loaded baked potato and some asparagus and salad. That's the main course. And you cheering for the spinach and artichoke dip. You cheering for the free complimentary water. And you cheering for the mozzarella sticks, the appetizer. I ain't never seen that, bro. Man, because the mozzarella sticks slap. Shout out to Icy. Bro, shout out to, I need to find me a spot with some good mozzarella sticks, but it gotta have the marinara dip. Yeah, they want more. You had Red Lobster, the lobster come out, and you cheering for the cheddar bay biscuits. You want some more cheddar bay? Bro, you had Red Lobster. Hold up. You had Red Lobster, the lobster come out, the endless shrimp come out. You got the shrimp scampi. You and your bees, you got the shrimp scampi, the cheddar bay. You cheering for the cheddar bay biscuits and the house salad. You want some more house salad. You want more house salad and the cheddar bay biscuit. You want some cheddar bays? I ain't never seen that, bro. Hey, them cheddar bays slap. I ain't gonna front. But like, bro, so you rather eat cheddar bays than the seafood? Nah, bro. The endless shrimp scampi, and you worry about the cheddar bay. Man, I don't care about the shrimp. Give me more of the cheddar bay biscuit. I need more cheddar bay biscuit. Give me some cheddar bay. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. I feel like that's the only appropriate way to say cheddar bay biscuit. I want some more cheddar bay biscuits. Bro, they was sure. They was calling out Navarante's name like he Candy Man. Bro, they was saying his name like he fucking Beetlejuice. Wait for it. Vaquero. They was chanting his name like Candy Man. They was in the mirror trying to chant, get Vaquero back. I'm so done, bro. I'm so done. That's how you know the fight wasn't it. They sell the cheddar bay biscuits in the store. I know I bought them, but see, this is where I messed up. I bought the box of them, of the cheddar bay biscuit. I got the cheddar bay biscuit, but then I didn't make them. So they expired. So I never really tried the ones in the store because I just had it in the cupboard and then it ended up going bad. I might try them though. The fight so boring they call back the previous fighter is crazy. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen that ever happen in boxing. My girl made the box the other day. They aren't bad. Do they taste as good as in the Red Lobster? Yeah, man. Anyway, I'm about to get something to eat. Much love. I got more videos coming on the channel. This was fun. I guess I got to start doing some more lives. Check out some of the other content. It. I'm out.